All right, so this entire project was made out of one cedar fence picket. You heard that right. We're doing this with one fence picket. You know, and that's the thing about this project. It's dirt cheap, it's easy to make, easy to batch out, and once they're finished, they look nothing like a cheap fence picket. And that's the cool thing. I'll show you how I'll get all of the cuts from one board to make multiple different angles and different boards, and the way that you can do this. Okay, so unfortunately we have to start with the lame part. I always like to come through and sand my entire fence picket all the way down, all the way on both sides, all the edges, because I just want to start out with a fresh, brand new fence picket, because doing all the intricate pieces all by themselves takes too long. This is just a way easier process. So this is the way that I do it. You don't have to do it this way, but this is the way I choose to do it. So to each his own. All right, so I do make sure one side's really smooth, the sides are smooth, but that back side, I sand that just enough so that it's not as rough as my videos, but it can be as ugly as I am, and that'll be perfectly fine. You just want to make sure you do something a little bit on that back side and you're good to go. Okay, now you're going to have to cut all of these pieces exactly how I'm doing them if you want to do this project in one fence picket. You're going to make one 16-inch cut, two 14-inch cuts, and then I find the safest way to do this next part is 5 2-inch cuts off of one board, and then that's going to leave you with a 16.5-inch board, and that is going to be your final piece if you take a sliver off of that end board. And that's basically to clean up that end, and you should have just enough to do everything that you need. And if you watch me do this entire process, you'll see how everything lines up absolutely perfect. Now, I did point out there, make sure that you take any staples or nails out of all your boards to make sure that you don't have anything in there. You don't want to dull up your blade while cutting everything. This is where I start coming back from the opposite direction and cutting all of my 2-inch boards so that I don't have to actually cut anything really close to my fingers, and I have that longest portion of that board that I can hold on to, and that'll be 16.5 inches long. And somehow this all accounts for the kerf. Now, on any normal build, I would just do this back panel, do the glue up, come back the next day, and then do the rest of the build. But during this build, I actually glue up this back panel, and then I come back through and I tack the front portion right here with some CA glue, and that's basically so that I can continue the build. But you don't actually have to do that. You can come back later once everything kind of dries up, and you can do something later with that. But if you're like me and your ADHD kicks in and you can't wait, just go ahead and do it this way. Use a little bit of CA glue and tack it in place so that you can just keep on going. Go ahead and do some pilot holes in the back and screw your shelf into the back, because obviously you're going to be laying things here and you don't want your shelf snapping and breaking off because all you got is glue hanging out in the front. Obviously, a good rule of thumb is to go from one screw from one side and then draw a straight line going all the way across so that you know where to drill the rest of your holes and the rest of your screws, so that you don't blow out of the bottom or the top where you don't actually have a board lined up. Now, this is completely up to you. I waited to tape this up and I just spray painted everything together. You can do this individually before the shelf is actually put on there, and you can tape it up, spray paint the bottom and the shelf, and then attach everything. But I attached everything and then spray painted it. Now, you can also stain it if you'd like, but I found it easy just to come through, spray paint it. I wanted to see what it was going to look like. The spray paint looks perfectly fine. You guys can spray paint or stain. It's up to you. Now those 2-inch boards, you're just gonna bring those down to the bottom, equally spread them out. I used CA glue and I attached them to the bottom. Then you can take screws and put those through the backside to attach them nicely, or just use the CA glue. The CA glue is not gonna come off anytime soon, but that's entirely up to you, however you wanna do it. Now we're about to have a slight transition here. I do use an orange oil here, and it is going to darken up. I forgot to record this portion and it looks really nice. And that's before I put this hook hardware on here. And I would just put an oil on all of your cedar because it ends up turning out looking really dark and really nice. But I did not record that portion and I apologize. And hopefully I can do a reveal next time, but this time we missed out on it. Whatever type of hanging hardware you want to put here in the back is entirely up to you. Just make sure that it's equally spaced and it makes sense. You can put one in the center or two on the sides like I do here, but I just want to make sure that there's enough hanging hardware there. And there we go, guys. Really nice project, really easy to do. I really like it. And this is exactly why I like projects like this. There's almost nothing tied up in this lumber. They're simple enough to batch out. And I think somewhere around 40 bucks is completely reasonable for a finished product of this caliber. Very simple. I think you guys can build something even nicer than this, but this is a good premise to go off of. So going off of this and anything that you guys can make, definitely 40 bucks or even more. Now, obviously you guys still have to do the footwork. You've got to make them nice, make enough of them, put them in front of people. Nothing sells by putting them in your shop, but there's a pretty good damn margin if you make these out of one fence picket, a little bit of hardware, and you put these on the market and you sell them. Now, like always, I've got a bunch more cheap projects that I plan on bringing you guys' direction, and I'm going to continue to keep bringing them your guys' direction. So, if you guys could, go ahead and hit the subscribe, hit the like button if you did like the video, and if you hit that like button, please hit the hype button right afterwards. It helps the channel, and I appreciate it. And like always, you guys are the foundation that this channel is built on, and I appreciate everything you guys do. I love you guys, and I hope to catch you in the next video.